neck. You already know nigga Rex in effect. Keep it hot but don't make a mess. You already know police signing they checks. Young squeeze man toting the Rex. You wanna see a face up in the press? Pussy pop.
Squeeze girl, you already know the vibes, man. We back with another one.
051 Melly.
Deadliest shooter, man.
Deadliest.
That's the request. We getting into it. They say he the deadliest shooter in Chiraq ever seen. Big stepper. But I don't know how King Von is. I thought King Von was
who got him up out of there.
We gonna see. I don't fucking know.
Every fan of Chicago drill knows the top BD rappers like King Von and Lil Durk. But some of their ops are just as famous in the city based on their reputation in the streets. 051 Melly was one of Von and Durk's main enemies and had a reputation as being one of the most feared gang members in Chicago. Let's take a close look at the life of 051 Melly, one of the deadliest shooters in Chiraq's history. Melly was born Yarmel Williams and came up on the south side of Chicago. He grew up in the Calumet building or Randolph Towers, but eventually moved to 59th in Calumet with his family after the project was tore down. He grew up with his mother, his brother Wu, and his sister Kenya. Wu's father and Melly's stepfather, Jerome Golden, was a well-known BD in Chicago who is currently serving a life.
Head boy, look at that nigga head.
So,
big head that boy.
They end up being his ops.
Who's?
They step pops. His pops and step pops.
They say it's BD, right?
What?
I think the Melly nigga is BD too though. He might be BD. I don't think he GD.
Nah, them niggas is GDs.
But nah, you
that's
know that shit.
With Durk, them niggas be GDs.
Yeah, but that don't mean that everybody. Them niggas got beef with mad niggas, bro. And nigga, all them niggas that's BD.
Out there.
Yeah, they be BDs and GDs that chill. Yeah, they just like.
Oh, that shit confusing.
Yeah, that shit like nigga. They ain't confusing, nigga. That shit like block shit, nigga. Yeah, Bloods and Crips on the same block. Niggas be beefing with other Bloods and shit, and other Crips and shit, nigga.
Chicago, they wildin', feel me?
Yeah, that's probably on some hood shit though, like just like everywhere else. It ain't on no gang shit, nigga. That shit on hood shit probably. Leave a comment if I'm right, man. If I'm wrong, let me know.
Sentence for 4 murders and a robbery.
That nigga
Plus,
might be BD.
Melly also had several uncles and cousins who were well connected to the streets, including Mubu, Kurt Mack, and No Limit G Slim, who was one of the founders of NLMB. So Melly was exposed to gangs from a young age, and nearly everyone around him was about that life. But just because your family is well known in the streets doesn't mean that you'll automatically get respect from them too, and Melly still had to earn his title as a respected savage. Growing up in the Calumet building, Melly got cool with the BDs who claimed the area. But he would later attend Deuceable High School, where he would start mixing in with Mickey Cobras. Melly would get close to a dude named 051 Zico, who was part of the 051 Money Gang. 051 Money Gang is a set that's made up of members of different gangs, including BDs, Black P Stones, and Mickey Cobras.
What I just said, that niggas probably all a bunch of shit. A bunch of shit they want, nigga just claim it a hood. That's how that
so Melly fit right in with all his affiliations. Although Melly started out as a BD, there have also been rumors that he may have switched to Mickey Cobra.
So he was a BD? He was a BD stepping on the BDs.
He said it was a rumor that he switched to Mickey Cobras. I ain't never heard of that.
They just said it though. That's the niggas that's all the gangs and what type shit. That's fine.
His main ops are O-Block, 600, Lamrod, and other BD sets. Melly would get involved in this beef, making him BD.
Sticked up, nigga. The dick spoken out.
That clip right there probably hold like 16.
17, probably 30.
That's a 30.
That's
30. A 30.
Yeah, he got some shots
60s, 70s.
Or a renegade
70 shots on him.
going at war with members of his own gang. What was clear is that Melly repped Young Money, which was considered a renegade squad that lived by their own rules and didn't follow any particular gang. Melly would get even closer to the set after 051 Zico was murked by someone from THF. This was
THF, that's some niggas that be with Durk.
What?
Yeah, I just remember the nigga, what's the nigga name? Muta just sent us a nigga from THF video he wanted us to react to too. But THF Zoo, the nigga with the dreads that used to be with Durk, brolic ass nigga. You ain't never seen that nigga?
Nah.
You gonna see, they probably gonna show a picture of that nigga. Probably.
Murder that would turn Melly into a savage and made him turn up in the streets. 051 Zico's death would set off a major beef between Young Money and THF, with Melly being one of the main aggressors. He would get retaliation for Zico's death in 2010.
2010, nigga, that little nigga been stepping. 2010, I was in prison though, nigga. Yeah. You ain't the only stepper, little nigga. I was in prison in 2010, nigga.
Just came out the group home.
Yeah, my son he was doing the bid. I was doing the bid. I was in prison though. My nigga was in the group home. I was a little nigga in prison.
member named M-Thang would kill a member of Young Money named 051 T Street, setting off a war with 600 and any sets they were allied with. Melly and 051 Kiddo would then get revenge, shooting 600 Shaq on the 5900 block of South Calumet Avenue. So at this point, Melly had a few bodies under his belt and would establish himself as a fierce shooter who wouldn't hesitate to hit members of his own gang if they went after his friends. What made Melly so different was that he had connections.
Yeah, niggas, that's BD, nigga. He was BD. That's why they say he renegade. He don't give a fuck, nigga.
Nigga, you going
You
after
hit
my nigga?
Yeah, you hit my nigga. I don't give a fuck if you blood, I'm blood, you crip, I'm crip. It don't matter. You
That's
fuck
my
with
nigga.
Yeah, it's up. Okay, I fuck with Melly so far.
The various gangs across the city. But when it came time for war, he didn't care who was on the other side. Many claim that he played the streets like a chess game, paying close attention to who was close with who, stalking his ops on social media, and carefully studying their movements to get the drop on
He
them.
like bitch ass
After
P.
600 Shaq was killed,
No
the
kissing.
BDs got their revenge by killing a 14-year-old from 051
Jeez.
named Fats.
Damn, they smoked a little dude.
14-year-old.
But you gotta think about it, 2010, how it was, I mean, around that time, nigga, Melly was probably about 14, 12, 13, killing shit, nigga, so shit. It's all fair, love and war, nigga.
2010, what was I? Fuck it.
2010, I was 17. I was 18, 2010.
I was 16.
Hell no, 2010, nigga, I was 19, I think. Facts, I was 19 or 18.
Ooh.
I was 18, I think. I got locked up, I was 17. I got locked up 2009. So
Yeah,
I was 17.
I was 16.
You ain't no 16, nigga.
2010, I was 16. I was born in 94, bro.
So I was out. I'm older, nigga. I'm 3 years
I
older.
was like 18.
That's crazy.
He was close to Fats, and his murder really affected him, turning his heart colder and making him even more of a savage. 051 would start going by the name Fats World after he was killed to honor their fallen brother, the way that O-Block did for O.D. Perry or Tukaville did for Tuka. Melly's homie 051 Kiddo would take part in getting revenge for Fats' death. First, 051 Kiddo would catch 600 tricks lacking in his car in the Washington Park neighborhood of the South Side. Then, a witness claimed to have seen Tricks, C-Day, and L.A. Capone from 600 at the scene on the day that Fats was killed. Not long after that, L.A. Capone would be murdered leaving a recording studio. He was one of the biggest stars from 600 and was just starting to blow up as a rapper. So his death was a serious setback for the crew, which would only...
The niggas go to whoever caught him.
LA was
That was a good kill for them. Whoever caught him, because he was about to blow. And if he would have blew, nigga, you know how them niggas would have been so up. All his team, nigga, they would have been up in the score like a motherfucker.
That's a fact.
He would have got that bag.
Things between the BDs and 051 much more heated. Several dudes from 600 started going at Melly on Twitter and disrespecting Fats. Like many street dudes from Chicago, Melly was known for being disrespectful on social media and clapped back at his ops. Members of 600, who were still mourning the death of L.A. Capone, took this disrespect personally, making Melly one of the BD's most hated ops. Soon after, the BDs would get retaliation. At first, 051 didn't have many rappers and were known for getting their payback in the streets rather than in the music. But a rising Young Money rapper named Lil Mark would earn some clout for sending shots at the BDs, who at that point were much more famous on the music level. Lil Mark dropped a remix of Lil Durk's song, Competition, called No Competition, where he did several members of 600, OTF, Lamron, and other BD sets by name. Still angry over
They killed Lil Mark ass. I remember that. They killed Lil Mark ass immediately. I think right after that video they keep showing with him, I think he got smoked at a bus or something too.
So we stepping for LA.
Yeah, they smushed him at a bus stop, I think.
Of L.A. Capone, the BDs got their revenge pretty quickly, and Lil Mark was killed just 3 days after dropping the diss.
3 days.
To make things even worse, Lil Mark's death was then used as a way to mock 051, with members of 300, 600, and OTF joining in to disrespect their homies. The rapper was killed while waiting for a bus.
Told you.
Several BDs.
I remember that nigga getting smoked because I liked that song he dropped, that competition shit. I said, oh, because I used to be in tune with the Chicago shit 2012, 13, 14 and all that. I was in tune with that shit. So I remember he dropped the song and then he got smoked. And Academics, bitch ass, the nigga who I see posted, I was like, damn, they got a little dude out of here.
Posted pictures and videos to social media near the bus stop where he was killed, including Lil Durk, who posted a video at the spot Lil Mark was shot. In the video, he says, "This bus stop right here, though, this a real famous place." With the caption, "Free THF TP."
Bus stop, man. Hey, this bus stop right here, though.
Yeah, chill, Durk. I ain't seen Durk on bullshit like this in a minute. That nigga at the bus stop, he got smoked at.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I forget Durk used to do shit like this.
Yo, Durk was a troll, nigga.
I forget.
Nigga said this shit right here, nigga. Yeah. Look.
Real famous place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real famous place. Hey, this bus stop is a real famous place.
That video will get to me.
Nigga say this bus stop a real famous place. Nigga, he wildin'.
Yeah.
Look, that video will get to Melly, who was close with Lil Mark. Look, Melly about to step.
Who was close with Lil Mark and would eventually lead to him to seek revenge on some of the people closest to Durk. A few months later, Melly would watch Durk's cousin OTF Nunu or Newski sitting in a parked car outside of a shopping complex.
They say he will watch him. So this shit is documented that they know this nigga killed this nigga. So this ain't no fucking hearsay.
Newski was an up-and-coming rapper who had just been signed to Durk's OTF label a few days before he was killed. He had released a single called OC that was doing major numbers, and he seemed like he might be the next rapper from the South Side to build a buzz. But he never got to realize his full potential and was tragically killed due to his associations with Durk. He was sitting in one of Durk's SUVs at the time, and many think that either Melly thought he was shooting at Durk, or he just went looking for the rapper and killed his cousin because he was an easier target. Either way, Newski lost his life, even in the score.
Newski got out of there. He got Newski out of there. Newski definitely was about to pop off that OC.
That shit was fire. That pound cake he had, the remix.
Facts.
That nigga had some heat. Rest in peace to Newski, man.
051 and OTF 600 after Lil Mark was killed. But Melly didn't stop there. Less than a year later, Durk's manager, OTF Chino, was shot and killed in a similar situation while sitting in a parked car in the 8400 block of South Stony Avenue. Before he was shot, Chino had appeared in the music video for a song called Bus Stop by THF-TP, which was filmed on the spot where Lil Mark was killed. Around the same time, Durk also sent shots at 051 on a remix to Chief Keef's Finito, where he rapped, "I'm riding through the ops, finna go and shoot Young Money up." Melly clearly wasn't gonna tolerate the disrespect and slid on Chino the first chance he could get. If that wasn't bad enough, after Chino was killed, Melly would get on social media and mock his dead op, claiming in an IG live session that he was eating a Chino burger.
Yeah, Chino burger. That's what they said.
Melly's homie
He got
Moogle
killed
Crump,
in the
a GD
spot.
from King Louie's Man Up Band Up set, would also join in on the disrespect, going to the spot Chino was killed to order a Chino burger, then throw it away.
Shit. He's wildin'. That's how Crump got killed? I always hear them talking about Crump.
This Crump?
That's Crump right there. Hold on. They said he went there and got a Chino burger?
And died right there?
Crump. I don't know.
Louie's Man Up Band Up set would also join in on the
That's
disrespect.
King Louie, man. Mubu, you know that's you remember King Louie?
Facts. He used to always say that nigga name.
To the
Damn.
spot Chino was killed to order a Chino burger, then throw it away.
Hey, this motherfucker bogus as hell, man. Y'all, this ain't done, man. Y'all put this back on the grill, man. This disgusting, man. Get this together, man. For real, this bogus as hell, man. Straight up, man.
That made two people close to Durk who were killed in his beef with 051, and Melly became the target of his hatred. The rapper dropped several diss tracks aimed at Melly, but at that point, Durk was taking over the rap game.
That's crazy. Yo, these little niggas is so disrespectful, bro.
The reason in the back.
Couldn't even talk. What's up? Just got hit in the neck when this shit came out, nigga.
You know what?
Nah, I don't know. He probably did it. I don't see his neck all fucked up.
And Melly was still heavily in the streets, so it wasn't easy for either one to get at each other directly, which is why Melly chose to target Newski and Chino.
Peace.
It was even rumored that Durk put a price on Melly's head, which eventually led to him getting hit up. THF Raheem would slide on Melly and two of his homies on the 600 block of South Wentworth Avenue in the Eaglewood neighborhood. All three would survive, but Melly would catch a bullet to the head and foot. 051 Ari.
Oh, they were trying to get Melly ass up out of there. I know they was tight. He got hit in the head and survived.
Nigga survived the head tag?
Nigga said, damn.
Nah, Melly wasn't going. He wasn't trying to go.
Who was also hit in the shooting, would quickly get revenge on Raheem. This opened up a whole bunch of problems for Melly and 051. THF Raheem was the blood cousin of FBG Duck and the stepson of another feared Chiraq killer named THF.
That's the nigga I was talking about. That nigga be with Durk.
Yeah.
That nigga just got locked up with some automatics and crazy shit. I like that nigga though.
Zoo. Melly and Duck were known to be tight, but Duck also understood that an op is an op, even if it is a family member. THF Bezu and Melly were also ops, but they had mutual respect as rival street legends. They even famously went on IG Lives together and bragged about their body counts while outlining the war between their two sets.
Oh, they wildin'. Nigga said they understood. Hold on. Never. Yo, Chicago is different, bro. That's different. Nigga, look what they just said. They said these niggas.
Zoo and Melly were also ops, but they had mutual respect as rival street legends.
Man, fuck up. I ain't talking to none of you niggas, man. I don't give a fuck if you what you did, what you doing, what I'm doing, none of that. It's smoke, nigga.
Wow.
Them niggas jumped on live and was bragging about bodies, nigga. It's crazy.
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah, I got your man though.
We got them.
No, they little niggas.
Even
crazy,
famously went on IG Live together and bragged about their body counts while outlining the war between their two sets. But disrespect doesn't equal mercy, and after his stepson was killed, THF Bezu was out for blood. He ended up catching Melly lacking at a house party along with his friend Mubu Crump. The two were standing on the front lawn when the vehicle rolled up and shot them both. Crump was killed, while Melly miraculously survived once again, even though he was
stick on him though. Look, ready for the action. Just got hit a one arm. He was still ready to bust that fire.
in the head. So that's twice that Melly would survive a headshot.
What?
Only to be back on.
He got shot at again. God was with that little nigga. Most niggas would change their life after that. My son got out the hospital, put the blick on him, took a picture. Clout is just like, that shit is a black cloud in Chicago, nigga.
Yo.
They created it.
He was a strong little dude, man.
Crazy.
Haunting his ops not long after. Although Melly was likely the intended target for allegedly being with Ario when they slid on THF Raheem, Crump was also known to diss THF and other BDs. So he was probably just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and THF decided to take him out for running his mouth and chilling with their ops. Surviving 2 back-to-back shootings only helped Melly's reputation in the streets, and it was only a matter of time before he was back in action. 051 would soon lose another member named Bankroll Q. Melly would be the one to get payback and would slide on the 2 ops thought to be responsible. But Melly's thirst for revenge couldn't be satisfied, and he just kept racking up bodies on top of bodies while somehow staying out of reach of his enemies.
Bro, these niggas in Chicago, bro, they just catching homies and not getting caught. Nigga catch a homie in New York, nigga.
You most likely in court.
You might not, but if you racking them up like that, in New York, you getting caught. You ain't racking up bodies. There's niggas with bodies that's not in jail. You feel me? Of course it is. There's plenty niggas with bodies out here that's not in jail. But niggas ain't racking up 5, 6, 7, going live, dude. Cause the feds, all that shit in New York, nah, nigga. I don't know how they getting away with this shit in Chicago. New York, nigga, you get on IG Live and y'all niggas bragging about bodies, nigga. Y'all both going to jail.
Got his payback, he let it be known that he still had a hatred for Durk and wanted revenge. After Durk and Von got arrested for attempted murder following a shooting outside the Varsity in Atlanta, Melly went on social media to voice his opinions. He told the world that he hoped Durk and Von would beat the case because he would rather see them dead than in prison.
That's all. Free Durk and Von. Free them though. I'd rather them dead than in jail.
So it seemed like it was only a matter of time before Melly would continue his reign of terror and go after another person close to the 2 rappers. But Melly wouldn't get the chance, and he'd end up losing his life in an unrelated beef. Around that time, Melly had gotten close with a set called Jaro City. Like 051 Money Gang, Jaro City is made up of various different gangs.
Say it again.
Fucking with too much niggas.
That's what happens. You're fucking with too many people, bro. You fucking with too many niggas, you don't know who could be responsible. You feel me? That's why you gotta stick with your niggas. Look, he thinking because his name hold weight, he a stepper. Nigga, it's a million steppers in Chicago, nigga. You might be one of the most fair ones, and guess what? That's gonna get them niggas to get you out of here even quicker. Niggas are scared of you. Yeah, man. You pulling up now you on Gyro City. Now you in their hood thinking you running shit. Cause you a stepper. Niggas are steppers over here too, nigga.
Including GDs and Renegade BDs. After Melly's homie Motor from Draw City was killed, the gravedigger of Chiraq started getting reckless. With so many people close to him dead and so many bodies under his own belt, Melly started to get out of control. His reputation in the streets made him a little too comfortable, which can only lead to disaster when you've got so many enemies. He ended up getting into it with a dude named 007 Nate from Taekwon World over a dice game. Melly responded by shooting up.
Look, think he dumb tough at the dice game. You probably trying to thug niggas, nigga.
Melly responded by shooting up Nate's house.
Look, you trying to dead a nigga at the dice game. You shoot his crib up. Now you give a nigga no choice but to kill you. You shoot a nigga house up. You shoot up a grown man house and he got kids in there, family living in there. You giving a nigga no choice but to kill you.
Don't let the kids.
Especially because you a stepper.
Nate's house while his baby mother and newborn child were
What I said,
inside.
look.
No one was hit, but it was enough for Nate to seek revenge.
Hell yeah.
In September 2019, Melly attended a house party that was being thrown by FBG in Jarrell City to celebrate the passing of one of Duck's close homies, Can't Get Right. Melly came through to the party because he was cool with both camps, but they let him know that ops from TW may be there. Melly must have felt untouchable because he came through anyway, knowing there were going to be problems. 007 Nate ended up catching Melly lacking and shot him in front of the entire house full of people, with the whole thing being captured on camera. This time, Melly would not be as lucky and died that night. Melly will go down as one of the most feared shooters in the history of Chicago. He was so well known in the city that media outlets would often refer to him as a rapper, even though he never dropped a single track. He did inspire countless diss songs, which only helped build his reputation in the street. But when you live that lifestyle for too long, there are only...
What?
He was dropping rigs and all that, just like them niggas.
Word, it's crazy. Nigga stepping on shit out there. Got his ass smoked. You know why he got smoked? Because he thought he was too tough. You went to that party and niggas told you that the ops might, that niggas that you don't fuck with might be there. Because you got beef with everybody.
Just like them.
That ain't they ops. You feel me? That wasn't motherfucking ducking them out. That was ducking them party he went to. He got smoked at ducking them party. Because, nigga, you want to be cool with everybody. You should have been where he was from again. They said 051. You should have stayed your ass over there, man. Your ass will still be alive. But, well, probably not. I ain't going to say still be alive, but, you know, you get what I mean.
outcomes, death or jail. The wild thing is that with all the bodies that 051 Melly caught, what got him killed was a random shooting where no one was even hit. But in the end, it was payback for all the other dirt he did in the street, and his memory will live on as a feared but respected shooter. If you thought this video was crazy, be sure.
I wonder if he got any kids. Damn, nigga, you out there stepping and all that, nigga. You ain't leaving nothing behind but a fucking legacy that you was a killer. No kids or nothing. Niggas ain't gonna care about you soon, nigga. Nigga ain't probably leaving nothing behind, nigga, but a bunch of...
You better be happy he had no kids. He killed some of these people. They probably would try to pack the kids up.
Nah, real shit. Nah, real shit. That's a fact. Shit. Leave a comment though. You want to leave these niggas a question yourself up or not this one? We got lunch for somebody, man.
Nah, not this one.
Not this one. I guess not this one, y'all. So hopefully y'all watch this shit. We gonna think about it. Next one, y'all gonna get some, man. Not this one. Squeaks.